Welcome to PLZ Soccer's fixture preview of the Scottish Premiership. First game we've got on the list, Roughy Rangers against St Johnstone. Morelos is back. Rangers came back to win 3-2 against USG. What did you make of Tillman and Lawrence? Is the game starting to gel together?
Yeah, I think they are. I think the new players are beginning to stamp their authority. I thought they two in particular were impressive. I think St Johnstone in for a bit of a hard time at the weekend. Rangers will go into that game high, and anybody gets picked for that 11 will be, I think this could be 3 or 4 for Rangers.
Is that your prediction?
Yes.
3-4-0. Tam, do you agree with that?
I don't think it'll be quite as emphatic as that. I think it's obviously a difficult game during the week. I think they might rest players looking ahead to the PSV game next week. So I think I went for 2-0 to Rangers. I still think they win the game, but I don't think it'll be 4-0.
One of St Johnstone's new signings, Ryan McGowan, said, once we get into full flow, then we will surprise a lot of people. Is that true?
I like his confidence. I know Gowser well. I like his confidence, but I think St Johnstone's motto this season is just try and stay in the league. I think that relegation playoff last year, really struggled, and I think if they stay in the league this season, I think they'll be doing well.
Right, next one, Aberdeen against Motherwell. Jim Goodwin's brought in 10 new signings, Leighton Clarkson being one of them, being compared to the next James Maddison.
No pressure then. Maddison's obviously, I think he's been linked for £40-50 million just now. Great player for Aberdeen, came up on loan. If he can have the same impact as him, I think the Aberdeen fans will be delighted. Scored a cracker last week. And Aberdeen will get into that point for that result last week, and you'd fancy them to get another home one. Yeah.
Ruffy, Motherwell, they've appointed Stephen Hamill as their manager. Will he bring some of the new younger players up, or will he bring his own experienced signings in?
I think it's a bit early to bring the young ones up. I think he's in a dire position in the league. I think he's got to realise his experienced guys will get him out. It'll be interesting to see what kind of players he brings in, what kind he identifies. They lost a bad goal in the last minute. They won't be going up to Aberdeen full of any confidence whatsoever.
Okay, St Mirren against Ross County. St Mirren have conceded 5 goals in 2 games. Is this a big game for them, or are we too quick to judge?
No, it is a big game. He's a new manager in there. They never had a good Premier Cup run. The league hasn't started particularly well. The supporters want wins. Ross County, we keep talking them up. They haven't won any games yet. So this is one of the games I think you judge Ross County on how good they are. If they were to go there and get a win, you would say, yeah, they might be a top 6 team, but I think St Mirren's still got something to prove, so I think I went for a draw in that one.
What do you think, Tam? Prediction on that one?
I fancy Ross County, to be honest. I think they've showed, particularly with 2 tough games. I think Hearts and Celtic, so they've had difficult games. I think this is a game they'll be targeting to go and win. Malky will be going down there to get the win, and I think they might win it. I think they've got the aim for 2-1, Ross County.
Well, the next 4 games, including that one, is going to be Kelly, Rangers, then Aberdeen. Can they have a good run at it now?
They can, but it's a very difficult
Rangers
start.
Rangers will be a tough one,
it's a difficult start for us. County. I think it was the same last season. They had a really tough start, and then they came on to games that they could win. So I think Malky will just be. This is a game that they'll be looking to win. But
they lost Conor Randall last week against Celtic. He's fractured a bone in his leg. Is that a big loss for them? Yeah,
it is. I think he can play in numerous positions across the back 4. Experienced player. I liked him at Hearts, so I think that will be a blow. But I think Ross County have got plenty of cover.
Okay, moving on to Livingston, Hibs, Ruffy. Livingston have got a good record against Hibs at home. They beat Dundee United 1-0 last week. Will they fancy their chances here?
Yeah, I think they will. Obviously a good result, against Dundee United. It was a dogged display. I often feared going to Livingston. Everybody talks about the park and how they play and everything. I just got a sneaking feeling Hibs will just nick this one. I don't know why. I think the confidence of getting that late goal last week, everything would be buzzing to a certain extent. So it's going to be a really, really difficult one, but I think Hibs might just nick it.
Tam, just speaking about Hibs for a minute, Boyle is back. He hasn't had a pre-season. As a striker, do you think he'll need that? He'll struggle as the season goes on?
Possibly. I think he's obviously an Edinburgh derby comes on. Adrenaline, I've always said that. The first game back, your adrenaline gets you through it.
Yeah.
I think that Hibs will stick with the same team. I think they'll be on the bench again. I think if Hibs are struggling, they'll bring him on. I think that'll be a draw. Hibs will take a huge support there. It'll be like a home game for Hibs, but I think that'll be a draw, 1 each.
What do you think? Prediction on that one?
I've went Hibs. I think I've went Hibs 2-1.
Hibs will win and sneak it.
Yep.
Right, Kelly and Celtic. Ruffy, I've not really made my mind up of Kilmarnock yet. You'll have a better knowledge of them. What do you think? What have they been? Will they part the bus with Celtic?
I think they'll be difficult. Kelly are one of my teams to be in the bottom 2. I haven't seen anything yet. Okay, they went to Ibrox last week and got a 2-0, but it could have been 3 or 4. I think Celtic are capable to go there and win 2 or 3-0.
Yeah.
The way they're playing just now. So I was definitely go for Celtic in that one.
Tam, everyone's speaking about Jota, the now 3 assists against Ross County, but what about Abada, 16 goals last season?
Yeah, I think both of them are excellent. I think both of them will get double figures. And I think that could be the key this season, you know, in terms of the league title race, because I think you'll get double figures from those two. I don't know if you'll get double figures from the Rangers wide men. You've got obviously the 2 strikers as well, Giacomakis and Kyogo, who I think again will get 15-20 goals. So Celtic have got tons of goals in their team, and a lot of talk about Jota, but Abada his numbers are exceptional since he's came to the club.
Right, last but not least, Hearts against Dundee United. Obviously Hibs got the last minute winner against them last week. Will their heads go down? Will that affect them in any way getting into this game?
No, I wouldn't think so. I think Tynecastle is a difficult place to go and play. I know that myself. So Dundee United coming off a difficult game against Alkmaar. So I think this will be a tough game for them. I fancy Hearts strongly actually. I think I went for 2 or 3-0 to Hearts.
Rafi, old Dundee United boss against new Dundee United boss. What's your prediction there?
I went for home advantage as well. I think that the midweek game with Dundee United will take a lot out of them. I don't think they've got as strong a pool to rely on to come back off a European game and then go into a league game. So Hearts will be a wee bit disappointed, you know, with losing that last goal. But I think at home they've certainly got more match winners than Dundee United.
Well, that's us. Thanks for joining us on PLZ Soccer's fixture preview. You can get the full reaction to these games on Monday's football show with the guys, along with Peter Martin at 4 o'clock. We'll see you then.